Hi, my name is Moshe Katz. I am the president of the board of the JCC. It's my honor today to talk to you a little bit about this week's Torah portion, Parashat Lecha. It happens to be one of my favorite ones, which is why I'm very honored and touched by having this opportunity to share it with you. The portion starts with the Hebrew words, Vayomer Adonai el Avram, Lech Lecha, mi'artzecha, mi'moladecha, mi'beit avicha, el haaretz asher arecha. This is one of those wonderful texts to use as a study, not just in the beautiful story behind it, but in fact in text study. One of the things that it tells us is that it gives us an opportunity to really understand why and how important each one of these individual phases are. It's not just to tell Abraham or Avram, go from where you are to a place I will show you, but it specifically says, go from a place where you were born, mimoladatcha, a place where you actually have roots of your own. Mibeit avicha, a place where your parents have roots. It's not just your generation, it's your parents' generation, and therefore suggesting it's also your grandparents and those who came before him. To a land that I will show you. This total trust that, in fact, wherever God shows us will be the best place for us to be. The very notion, in fact, that this becomes how we become known as the Ivri, or the Hebrew people, because we avarnu, we actually crossed over the river to come into the land of Israel, is where the concept of Hebrew comes from, where Ivri comes from. I love this text. I love the fact that the text gives us an opportunity to really understand the importance of where we came from on one hand, but more importantly, where we are going. It happens to be one of those portions that kids love learning about also because it shows their own independence. At what point does a child get to leave their home and actually have their own stake in their own future? When is it no longer theirs, moladatcha, their background, but in fact, or their past, but in fact, their future? When is it no longer their parents, but in fact, their responsibility to the future that's in them? That's all contained in this parasha, this portion talking about Parashat Lecha. It's also one of my favorites because the Zionist in me truly loves the idea that this is what every person who wants to make Aliyah, every person who wants to move to Israel has in their heart. They want to create their own future, they want to create their own children's destiny and change it for the future and for their grandchildren's generations to come thereafter. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed Parashat Lecha. Shabbat Shalom.